Hi there, my name is CCC Super, and welcome to my channel. Here we focus on everything coding related, as well as everything encompassing AI.
What I do different? Okay, let me go get that other script. Okay, remove script, delete script. Script, this one. Box color, sprites, capsules. Right. Then it's capsule collider, ridge body, player controller script, ridge body constraints, Z, speed of 1, jump of 1, alright. It's the same code. The exact same code. Alright. Let's put the jump in. Ignore. Close that. If is grounded, and input dot get button down jump. Why'd that happen? RV, the velocity is equal to vector 2 Oh, it's at force, not velocity. Okay. Your mom! At force. Vector 2 dot up times jump, comma, force node 2D dot impulse right, let's see this. Hello? Alright, no, that's something. That's a 10. It's the speed of 3. That is high. Speed of 3 feels a bit slow. So that's like walking speed. Set this to 5. Let's set this to 5. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, now it's not jumping as high as what I was hoping for it to jump. Movement feels a lot faster. Let's set this to 7. Yeah, I think 10 was the way to go. I also think a speed of 5 is good. I can reset to that. I want to check something real quick. Project settings, input manager. I have 2 of these. I think I'll do this because of these. I don't know why I need 2 of each of these. those are the debugs. I've learned not to delete those. Cool. Right. So this, I'm going to duplicate it, but I'm going to rename it to run. And the positive button is shift. Come on, shift. I'm missing this. It is a key. It's not an access. It's not an access, but probably just an access name, I guess. How is jump thing setting? Jump is set to space. I'm not seeing any keys mentioned anymore, so it's just shift. Why not? Am I dumb? Am I missing something? Why can't I use shift? Why can't I use control either? Left, shift. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm just being an idiot. Alright, so if we run, let's go here. We'll do something here. So let's rename this. This will be renamed to no. Total speed. Cool. And then I'm going to do public float warp speed and public float run speed, and I'm going to set this to 5. I'm going to set this to an additional 5. This I'm going to set to 10 because that just feels right. I'm going to move here. I'm going to move into here, and I'm going to do something here. So this has to be checked first. If input dot get button shift get button run, then total speed is equal to walk speed. I have no idea why it did that. Okay. Else total speed is equal to walk speed plus run speed. Okay. Okay. Why would that happen? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need this anymore. Because everything I need is currently in here, so the base controls are there. I don't need my old reference anymore. That and I think this is better anyways, as opposed to my old reference, so it's fine. Alright. Close you. Gravity feels a little bit slow. Back now it does accelerate. It's just very, very slow. I'm curious. I set the mass up to 2. No. I guess gravity is gravity then. Let's set the gravity scale to 2. That's a lot faster, but now that affects that, because this is also affecting that. But I like that better. That feels better for me. I actually need to do if grounded that I can't just do that where, well, there's some functionality to it, I guess. Most platformers allow you to just change your trajectory anyway, so yeah, I'll take it. So gravity scale to 2. Jump, I feel.
Please don't ever leave me.
I feel I can double up on that. No, double up is bad. Double up is really bad. That's also bad. Can I do 12? 12 is good. Right. So gravity to 2, jump to 12. Got it. Okay. Why is total speed still public? There you go. Oh! So that is in place. I guess the next thing to do is combat. How do I want to approach combat though? Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is Exam pad time. I never thought this day would come. I have to refill my pencil leads. When was the last time I had to do that? No, this is what the fuck? This is 0.9. Where's my 0.5s? Oh, there we go. There we go. I forgot I had the 0.9. Not happy about this though. It's not my usual graphite. Hey Sullivanter, sup? Yeah, we're just doing some Unity coding. After I suffered an entire nearly an hour trying to figure out what the heck's going on. I am now going to try and plan my next steps. I'm using an exam pad. I haven't used Unity in a while. Make like 3 projects. Yeah, I've made a lot of projects, not many of them completed. I do have a project that I've made. I've showcased it a little bit. You can actually see it in action in like my histories. Not much really, but yeah, I'm starting a new project, trying to make use of what I've learned there here. So yeah. Anyways, so I think what I want to do next is exam pass one thing. Let me use Paint. Paint.net, you're up. Right. So, quick setup here. There's our platform. There's another platform. I forgot the software does that now. Here's me. And let's say that's the enemy. Right. So what I'm thinking of is we track the pointer. You're gonna love this pointer. It's like that, and bam. Yeah. So I think we're going to be keeping track of the pointer. Let's make this green because that's the right cost. And I'm going to give my character 2 types of attacks, so it can do ranged and let's give our character a little sword real quick. Pencil. So that's the hand. That's our sword. And melee. So melee, I think we're going to do a bounding box here real quick. For melee, also let's set the style to this. We're going to be tracking whatever is in front of the character, and then for ranged we're going to be tracking this line here to see if there is anything here-ish for it to hit. So our pointer oh yeah, quality editing here. Our pointer is going to be moving location, and our character, oh, I forgot, that's the thing. Our character, its ray cost is now going to try and see if it hits the target. So obviously if I move that up there and the pointer moves up there as well, then that obviously means that we have hit the bounding box of our enemy, which would then deal damage. Right, so that means what I need is I need to let me open up Notepad. I need to track the pointer. Ray cost when attack, and then I think so this I will do for right mouse, and then melee will track when I do left mouse. Yes, he will feel that in the morning. Right. So that should be pretty straightforward. First of all, I need enemy layer. This is for the ray cost. Alright. And I need an attack prefab. This is for melee. Bounding box. Right. So now that we know what we need, I'm going to move this to the side. So I'm going to save it as what's next? Alright. And let's do this. Like an absolute mad lad. Saved it as a screenshot. The Unity Flappy Bird tutorial didn't teach me this. The fuck big words like pointer and when. Ooh boy, this coding stuff is hard, huh? Yeah, the Flappy Bird tutorial basically just requires you to add a constant force in the right direction, left if you're that kind of guy, and track every time you press the spacebar to add an upwards velocity. It's a pretty basic tutorial, but I'm not doing basic things here. Right. So, with that being said, let's add what I said I was going to add. So, I want another object, capsule, head to the scene, put them there-ish. Set them at 3, 5. Set them at 5. Generic -2. Physics is going to take over anyway, so rigid body 2D and a capsule collider 2D. Very advanced, not as advanced as me, though. Of course, is a Scratch project. Scratch is cool. I've seen someone reprogram Minecraft in Scratch, like 3D render and everything. Player controller capsule. We're gonna call this one enemy, just to have the default stuff. Scratch, bomb sweats, SMH. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what SMH is. Enemy. Shake my head. Oh, okay. Well, now I know. Right. I'm going to write a very small script for this. C# script. Enemy AI. This is going to be the good stuff. So we're going to do a public public in summer HP of 1. Then we're going to do void update if HP is less or equal to 0, then we're going to destroy game object. Advanced stuff. What? AI terrible coder. Okay. There you go. There you go. The enemy's AI. Now I need to program a few things. So serialized field. Private layer mask. Layer mask. No. Enemy layer. Variables public int damage equal to 1. Why do I keep doing this? I've been using this keyboard for the past few weeks. I'm supposed to be used to it. Alright, so let's check the mouse. There's still a thing for this, right? So float. Project settings. Input. Mouse X and mouse Y. Alright, cheers, Sylvanter. Player controller. If I need to track the mouse. How is this letting in? I'm just gonna leave that there for those who are wondering what's the next steps. Just looking something up. Okay, let me check this. Vector. Let's do vector 2 because I'm not utilizing. It's equal to input dot mouse position. Oh, okay, and then vector 2D mouse. I'm using reference. I don't know all the code out of my head. Screen to work, maybe? Let me try something. Public game object. Oh no, let's do public transform. Public transform, and then we do pointer. And then what I want to do is pointer dot position is equal to. I believe I'm going to use this one. Actually, let's use this one. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that doesn't work. What if I just do straight up this? Yeah, that works. Huh? And then I'm just going to make another 3D object, not 2D object, square. Yeah, the square is going to be our thing. Did I miss something? Public transform pointer. Am I editing the wrong thing? No, this has to be the right thing. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Oh, there's an error somewhere. Where's an error? Okay. Alright. That should update it. Square. Let's take a look. Alright. Transform pointer assigned for square is not valid. Screen position out of view plus from screen plus if camera rect camera screen to world points. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see what happens. Well, it's definitely changing, but I don't think that's correct. Right. Let's take a look at this again. So, screen to world point is maybe this is not the right way. Screen to world point. Let's do that's let's do the screen to viewport. Let's see what happens. Oh, I was mouse to viewport position. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. Interesting. Okay, so maybe not viewport, maybe world point. Screen to world point. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Right. Then I can just make this image whatever I want. As long as what it is rendered ahead of everything else. So, order layer, I'm going to make this a 20. I don't think I'm going to go more than 20 layers. This is what I say now. Alright, so color, I want this to be red so I can know it's an enemy. I want the player to be gray. Right. Just so I can know I have the order correct. Yes and yes. Both are yes. That is good. Interesting. Very interesting. So that problem I had at the start of the stream is because play focus was not whatever. Whatever. This works. This is good. Now I want to do a little something. Since I now have a physical object inside the world that is being tracked, that means I can try to cast a ray to it. Or, instead of doing a ray cast, I can send something in its direction with a trajectory towards its direction. I like this better. I can instantiate an object that travels towards where its last position was, meaning that if I can add a force in its direction. Right. Let's do this. Let's get out Notepad. All right. So this is good, but I think what I can do instead is instead of doing a raycast, I instantiate projectile when I attack with the right mouse, and this, what I can then do is still have an enemy layer. I still need I already have an enemy layer, so I don't need that anymore. But what I now need is a projectile prefab. And what I'm going to do is for instantiate, what I can do is cast the projectile at pointer and remove gravity and add constant force towards direction. Right, because I can add force, a total force. I don't have to do add force, I can do total force, and have it hit in the direction. Think about this. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look back here. So we have total speed being added as velocity, and this is the x speed, this is the y speed. Obviously, I'm lerping between this and this. So yeah, I can do this. Alright, so if it's fire 1, right? Yes, it's fire 1. If input dot get button down, so that it only fires once. I don't want it to continuously fire. Get button down, fire 1. Actually, no, I wanted it to be fire 2. Right. Then I need to instantiate a projectile. I need to create a projectile. I need to see things. Okay. Right. Right here. Serialize field, private, game object, projectile. Right. And then create an object, sprite, script, we'll do a triangle, and I'm going to call this projectile, and I'm going to set its x value to 0.5. Right. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to create a folder called prefabs and drop projectile in there. Right. And then I'm going to go to, because of this, I'm going to call pointer. Give it an opacity. Let's set it to that. Give it an opacity of. Yeah, that should be good enough. I'm gonna move it out of the way. So now it's going to snap back to the mouse. And I'm going to get rid of the projectile here, which means I can then add projectile in here, which if I then go back to my code, if I do, it needs a rigid body. Add rigid body 2D, and it also needs a collider. So polygon collider? No, just do circle. Just do circle collider. Gravity is supposed to be 0. Yeah, just do circle collider. Oh, of course that's gonna happen. Right. Offset of 0.2, 0.12, 0.11. Good enough. Right, back to the scene. Oh, and I want to change your color to blue. There you go. So I can see the projectile firing. Right, now game object. So game object. Projectile equals instantiate. Instantiate projectile transform dot position. Why is that not accepted? Quaternion.identity, right? And then which body 2D PR RB, and then velocity is equal to dot total force set equal to new vector 2 to vector 2 bullet direction is equal to vector 2 dot vector 2 dot that's distance. Oh, my brain needs to process what it's doing. Pointer dot pointer dot position dot x I'm curious to see what's gonna happen if I just do this, because my brain's not braining right now. Alright. Compile, bitch. Here you go. Interesting. So let's not instantiate it from that position. Oh, but wait, I can just set it to ignore. Right, so exclude default. Right, let's see what happens. Let's try something. Let's try something. Times 5. Times 5. Oh, I know what's happening. Because the player character is not in the center of the screen and it's using calculations based on the player character. How do I off-center this shit? Okay, hold on. Let me see what I can do. Okay, that explains so much. Also, projectiles moving way too slow. Let's amplify that to 20. Right. This pointed up position, and then so this needs to be off-centered somehow. No, wait, no. This needs to be off-centered. Okay, cool. So how do I want to do this? So I want to off-center it using player position and point position, where it doesn't assume that the center of the screen is at the center, but is instead from the player. So what I need to do is I need to add the player's position to the point position to get the off-center position. Will that work? So vector to bullet unipos is equal to pointer dot position plus home dot position. Does that work? One way to find out. Let's play this. Right, of course there's an error somewhere. There you go. Error solved. Not entirely, but if I now shoot here, it goes down, right? They start off so promising and then lose all that velocity. That is a problem. Alright, so plus doesn't work. Minus maybe? No. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. So I'm going to center the capsule and make it a parent of this. Well, make this a parent of this. And now, if I now go here and comment out this code, I should and set this higher because I am not happy with the speed it's going at. Okay, I see what it's doing. Right, so mouse world position, mouse world position. Okay, so this is still screw up. Right, just gonna do this. Alright, while I wait for that, I'm going to continue on with this part, the melee part. Right. So if input dot get button down fire 1. Right, so taking a look at our reference image here, we want to instantiate or well, not necessarily instantiate, but apply something here that would indicate damage. But I also want it to be based, the position to be based off of where the direction it's looking at. So I need to, I guess I can just use this bool. So if sprite dot flip x is equal to true, equal to true, then we do else, or not else, but yeah, we do else. I was thinking about else if. Bam, that's set up. And what we now need to do is Heinrich, focus on what you're doing. There you go. Serialize field and private game object. This will be So I want to set up some more things. So going to create a sprite 2D for just make a square, call it melee, set it to orange, yeah, and I want to add in a box collider, and I think that's about that actually. It will not have a ridge body. Let me fix this real quick. So this is vector to shoot direction is equal to mouse wheel position minus the vector to transform dot position dot normalize. Part inside me feels like that is the exact same thing as what I clicked do. And then this is just shoot direction times shoot direction times. It is not this. It is this. No. It says to do add force. I don't necessarily want to do add force. It works. The rotation of the projectile is wrong, but whatever. I guess total force is the part that messes it up. Maybe add force, and then we do it is not going fast enough. Let's do projectile force. Serialized field, private, float, projectile force. This will become projectile force, and this will become right. What is this song? Right. Alright, so melee can still be 0, that's fine. Projectile force and speed 2000. Enemy layer is we'll do that later. Alright. There you go. That looks more correct. However, 2000 might be a little bit much, so let's try 1000. 1500. Right. I'd say that works. Then I just need to program logic for the projectile. Alright, back to here. We were doing something here, so... So... Oh. Let's do a vector to offset. Zero as field. Private vector to melee off. Set. Right. So no, bugger off, Llama. I don't need you now. So, to instantiate melee and melee offset. Returning dot identity. This so game object equal to this. Melee dot transform dot set parent to this dot transform. Right. And leave this this would be this. Yes, because that would be left. And this would be right. Cool. Prefab, set that there. Render layer, set it to 20. Also, this I want to change to a circle because I do not like the triangle. I'll deal with that later. Here, the sorting layer, box collider. It is a trigger, and I'm going to move this one. Right. So then in this one, I want to set this. Vector2 dots vector2 equals is equal to instantiate. No, Heinrich, focus. To melee offset plus this dot transform. Dot position. How is this? Okay, hold on. Okay, and this is equal to this and this. Which then I play. Am I an idiot or something? What's going on? So what it's it's supposed to do Okay, what it is supposed to do is it's supposed to spawn the object facing a certain direction. Okay. So supposed to take this, and add it to that, and then so what's supposed to happen is this plus melee offset. So if there's a minus in there, if we subtract from this, if this is already minus, if we add, and then obviously if it's minus and minus, if we, I don't know what it would do. That's fine. That's fine. The problem here is this. Okay, I think this is why it's offsetting it so much. It's because it's minusing the wrong thing. So what I need to do here is I'm supposed to do a new vector 2 and then can you please stop being a fucking asshole? X and new position dot y. Alright. So with that being said, why? Why? Your mother's gay. Okay, so let's go through the scene. That doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? Okay, so let me do something else. I don't know why enemy is... That's weird. Okay, so now it's facing that direction. That places that there for some reason. Now it's facing this direction, and it places it there. So why, when it's flipped, does it place it in a completely wrong direction? Unless I am thinking about this completely wrong. So I think what I'm going to do is... This is still new post. This is still new post. Pause. And what I'm going to do, because this one's correct. This one is 100% correct. This one's working the way it's supposed to. And voila, that does that. And you need a little bit of working. So New vector 2. Your mom's gay. If you keep going on like that. Alright. Melee. Dot X and melee dot Y. And you are negative. Let's see now. Right, so I'm facing this direction, bam. This direction, bam. We got it. Alright. Now, this needs to be a little bit more though, so 4.5. You will be 0. Right. It's still not exactly where I want it to be, so let's do 1. That's perfect. Let's add some logic. I want to script for this guy. So to reduce those, you are looking specifically for the enemy. Let's just set it. Layers, contact, back layers, projectile, this only excludes defaults, it's looking specifically there, and this is enemy, so we want a script that upon entry gets the collision of the enemy, and then also I want to put in a checker that checks if it's been alive for longer than X amount of time it destroys itself. So I can do, right, what I can do is I can do Heinrich, focus. What I can do is I can make one script that checks both. And this one script does the same thing, except the timers are different. Perfect. So script here, create C#, that. So wait, but then I can also set what layers it looks for. I'm a genius. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the damage counter here. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it specifically for a very specific class. So here, I'm going to set damage, but it's a public integer, and then for update. Right, timers, right. Private float, lifespan, let's do lifespan, private, float, timer, equal to 0. Year lifespan is equal to 2, so 2 seconds. Update 4. Timer is less. Why am I doing a 4? Timer. If timer is less than lifespan, less or equal to lifespan, then destroy game object. Cool. So, and timer is plus equal to time dot delta time. Awesome. So, with that being said, we now want to do is on trigger enter, because that's what the glider is, it's a trigger. That's actually right, I need to set that, so let me save that real quick. Tabs. So you are a trigger, and you are a trigger. Good. So awesome. So if other dot get component enemy AI then wait, I'm looking for something actually first. Public. No, this has to be a serialized field thing. Serialized field, private. Layer mask. No, but wait, hold on. I need to be very careful with how I set this. It needs to be public. First things first. If layer mask, if other dot game object dot layer is equal to target equal target, there you go. Then if it has enemy AI, then HP is my fucking fuck. Let's do enemy AI is equal to other dot get component enemy AI. Cool. And then AI dot HP is minus equal to damage. That should be it. That should be it. Easiest way to test the script is with the projectile. And projectile add stack. No. So a few things that needs to be set here in the layer controller is as soon as what it is instantiated, the component attack dot damage set equal to damage. And why would you do that? I'm clearly busy with get component. Attack dot target is equal to enemy layer. Cool. I might actually just copy and paste this here as well. And this needs to become ML. Alright. So capsule enemy damage is 1 down. Alright, so now why did you do that? What the? Huh? Ach, Donner, Heinrich. Bliksem. That still doesn't explain why the moment I try to use this one, it freaks out. Right, so I'm just gonna flip nothing. How did it not pass through the enemy? Huh? So it deletes itself, that's good. Enemy has enemy AI. That's good. I was curious about that. I was very curious about that. Okay. Still did nothing. Got it. So set this to effective. I'm going to set you to default. So include everything, exclude nothing. Right? That's the default. Let's do something. I'm gonna put in a check for that later. I just want to see what happens if I do this. Interesting. It just passes right through it. Why do you just pass right through it? That doesn't make sense. Also, why is it rendering behind it? Oh, because I never set that. That's fine. Moving too fast. Let's do 100. Let's slow this down and see what happens. Okay. I swear, why does it keep fucking doing that? Interesting. Just passed right through it. The enemy does have a capsule. It's not set to trigger. It's set to vertical. It's set this to nothing. I am so confused. Right, projectile. That doesn't make sense. Why aren't you working the way you're supposed to work? Let's do this. Debug. .log. Part of me feels like this code is redundant by now. It's not supposed to be redundant. It's supposed to still be in Unity. And I know I have the absolute worst luck with it, but still. No. Alright. Okay. Let's check it. Let's see. Why not? Let's see what happens. Alright, that's not good. Let's see now. Nope, still nothing. Let's see what other options there are. So on trigger. Oh, okay, that makes sense. On trigger 2D. Enter. Why would you not accept that? Nope, not an option. Oh, that fucking makes sense. There you go. Let's see now. I'm crash coursing this. Why? Your mom's gay. Finally, something's working. Now to figure out why instantiating that other thing keeps bugging out. I know what's bugging out. Okay, never mind. Let's get back to fixing that, shall we? Capsule. No, it's not in capsule. It's here. It's this guy. Right. Add attack. Right. Okay. I think your lifespan is way too long. Make that 1. One is still way too long. Damn. So 0.5. Still doesn't do anything. Okay, hold on. Let me double check. Let me go back to the attack script and change this back to what I wanted it to be initially. See if that works. Still doesn't work. Die, bitch. Not intentional. Okay. Rigid body constraints. What is that? Now I'm still tackling the fact that this is not doing anything. Yeah. Other get component, enemy, AI, the delusion detection. Layer if the layer is equal to target, but what I read earlier is this is supposed to be value, but even on value it didn't pick up, so what else could this be? Layer dot. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is an integer. I am fairly certain that's an integer. Let me check something. Int test equals other dot game object dot layer. That is indeed an integer. That's messed up. Which means this needs to be tested against an integer. But according to what I read here, why is that so weird? Okay. So according to what I'm reading here, this needs to be target.value and other dot game object dot layer, and then I need to make it check against 0. I'm not sure why this is a check. It's AI generated, so I don't know if it's actually any good, but we'll see. I just want something to work. And it doesn't get destroyed. Fucking finally. Okay. That also kills it. Okay. I do want to add in one last variable. For serialized field, private for shoot kill. Set this to false automatically. So then should kill if should kill is equal to true. Then does this. Okay. So back to my prefabs. This one should not be killed. This one, yeah, you should go. Also, I want to go back to my capsule and set my projectile back to 2000, which I'm still fairly certain is too much. Oh, it died. That's still a problem though. Okay. Wait, let me do this. So instead of having it there, I have it there. So what that means is everything that is within my range if I make contact with it, what the? Now that's not doing. Oh, because it's making contact with me. Okay. So that include everything. Exclude default. Yeah. So. See what it does now. There you go. And that also deletes it. Cool. Now I don't have random objects floating in my room. Cool. I'm very curious. Stand against him. Yeah, that kills him. Why does it work now? Every other, out of the probably 50 times I've attempted it, it's never worked. That now works. Right. So what I can now do is I can actually now try and focus on the enemy AI and have the enemy AI try to pathfind towards me and then attack me. So I'd actually like to try two different things. So in the enemy AI, let's do this. So this done. That's working. What we want to do now is have the enemy pathfind pathfind to us. Cool. So how this is gonna work, bringing back paint, is not like that, but that, and then just another thing there. I don't need that. I don't need those. All right. Then this is us. This is the enemy. Make them red. And so this is how the enemy is now going to do things. The enemy is going to try and pathfind to us, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of using something like A star, I'm going to be making my own thing. I've been experimenting with this a bit, which I'd like to call physics-based navigation. So just to do that a little bit better, that is physics-based navigation. So just like how the player moves using physics to the character or to the enemy is going to be using physics to move to the player. And I have an idea of how to handle elevated stuff, so I'll get to that when I get to that. But for now, I just want the enemy to apply force towards the player character, and I needed to immediately swap that force the moment it passes by the character. Its physics will collide with the player, so it can't actually move past the player. But let's say, for example, when it's on an elevated state and it moves past the player, it would attempt to get back to the player. So it's not an intelligent thing. It's not like A star or Unity navigation, but it's very basic, and I think it would work, especially if the enemy is a melee character instead of a range character. If it's a range character, it will try to fire ranged attacks to the player. Obviously, if there's something in the way, it won't fire at the player. But if the player is in sight, it would attempt to attack. So we need a few things. Since this is an AI, this is going to be a little bit more tricky to work with. So first of all, we need an attack timer. So what the attack timer is going to do is every time it reaches threshold, it attacks. And upon attacking, I'm going to actually do this. And then upon attacking, it also resets the timer. So the part we want to do after that, so that's obviously the base attack and everything, and I can literally copy the melee and range script that I just wrote for the player over to it, and just have it function off of if it's a melee or a ranged. So I'm not going too complex right now. I can go into complexities later. So the next thing we need to check is movement. So movement does this. It first checks if player is in range, and then upon checking if the player is in range, apply physics in player direction, and then the other one is So if melee, and then apply attack player if ranged. Alright, and then we have one last check to do. If at target, so this is if it's arrived at the target, it attacks if melee. I keep feeling like I'm spelling melee wrong. Doesn't matter. So if it's at the target, it will attack if it's melee, but what I want additionally, and this is going to be, let's call this the challenge. I want it to move, so it will attempt to move away from player if ranged. So this is the same logic you'll see skeletons use in Minecraft, for example, where the moment you attempt to approach it or get closer to it, it's trying to shoot you with a bow. Skeletons aren't melee enemies, they're ranged enemies, so they're going to always try and put distance between you and them, which is partly why I absolutely despise skeletons in Minecraft, but that's a different story for a different time now, isn't it? So with this we have attack, which is, so we have an attack timer that every time we reach a threshold it attacks, but I also want to put it here, brackets, if melee only when in range. So what we need is we need a minimum range. We need a, or actually let's do this. What we need is an attack range, a move range, a melee check, and this can go for both ways. If false, then ranged. And what else? What else do I need? I need an attack range, I need a move range, I need a melee range, and I need a run distance. So this is how I'm going to handle run distance. Run distance is going to be object location plus plus run distance, but to do run distance, yeah, run direction will be handled by object location versus target location. So essentially we are comparing the two. If it's negative, then it runs in the positive direction. If it's positive, it runs in the negative direction. Alright, so with that being said, we're using the exact same attack logic as what we've used for the player. We're just going to be assigning it to the enemy unit. So let's get back here. Scripts, enemy AI,
And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any feedback, please leave them in the comment section. Also, I am open for suggestions for future videos. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.